What's up, guys? Welcome, and this is going to be a special edition of casting some professional games. My name is Crashy. Welcome to Heroes of the Storm on YouTube. This is actually brought to you by Sham2's MLG Titan Arena Finals. This is going to be the last game between Tempo Storm and C9 Maelstrom. It's going to be the very last game of the finals of the best of 5, and this is going to be tied up 2-2, Tempo Storm versus Cloud9 Maelstrom. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at the rosters. For Tempo Storm, we do have Dreadnought on Regar, Soldier on Diablo, Arthalon on ETC, Glarong on Vala, and KO on Sergeant Hammer. Over on the red-hand side, we do have King Caffeine on Tassadar, Dunk Train on Tyrande, and iDream on Azmodan, K1 Pro Nazeebo, Biceps on Uther for Cloud9 Maelstrom. Again, this is going to be the final matchup. You can take a look at some of these talents. For the sake of saying, this is going to be done in the replay client, so I don't have the luxury of pulling up the talents at the bottom, but let's go ahead and get into this cast. Alright, you can see how the early game is looking to set up, and it seems like a little bit of hiding in the mid lane right now. Glarong just looking to start getting a little bit of that wave push. We do have Arthalon looking to flank around King Caffeine as well. Does not look like anyone from Tempo Storm is in the bottom. We are going to be seeing King Caffeine just looking to push the mid lane there with iDream on Azmodan. We're going to be seeing a little bit of heavy push there, but KO in the top lane for Tempo Storm. Just looking to get a lot of damage early up on this tower. He's going to be sitting in that siege mode, as we do have Arthalon sitting in the bot lane now 1v1 against Dunk Train. So still just a little bit of a slow early game right now. We're going to be seeing a little bit of movement from King Caffeine as he's going to be rotating up to that top lane. And a lot of damage coming out from C9 Maelstrom onto Soldier and Dreadnought, as you're going to be seeing Soldier and Dreadnought take their first tap here. King Caffeine just looking to put down a little bit of damage. We're going to be seeing this tri-lane for both teams now. Biceps, King Caffeine, and K1 Pro for C9 Maelstrom. Looking to contest a little bit of that early push coming out from KO. You do not want to keep him close to that tower. We are going to still see that Azmodan sitting in the front lane, in the mid lane rather. We do have iDream and Glarong now facing against each other 1v1. We're going to take a look at the talents here. Vala is looking what's for a multi-shot build, and Azmodan just going for that stacking damage. Pretty template build for him as well. And Arthalon Dunk Train just going at it in the bot lane now. We do have a double tank composition coming out from Tempo Stormers. It does look like Tempo Storm in this top lane try are actually looking to get pushed out a little bit hard here. They're taking a little bit more of the damage. So we do see a pretty close game experience-wise, with Tempo Storm currently holding a bit of a lead here. King Caffeine just sitting in that top lane. We do see actually Glarong getting a lot of push in this mid lane. You can see Azmodan just trying to put down a little bit of push as he is summoning out some of these minions. I don't suspect he's getting a lot of stacks in this lane, as well as Arthalon just looking to push. We still do see a lot of push coming out from this top lane from Cloud9 Maelstrom. It does look like the first tribute is going to be spawning on that top side. We do have the first back of the game as well. It does look like Regar was able to go back. And we're going to be seeing him look to rejoin. It does seem like both teams are looking to soak here. Looks like the first tribute of the game is going to be going over Cloud9 Maelstrom. We do see Dreadnought coming and running in. King Caffeine 2v1 situation. Now it's going to be a 2v2 joined by Glarong from the mid lane. Azmodan still from Cloud9 Maelstrom, just looking to soak this lane. So we do have a 4v2 now sitting on top of the tribute. So we can see it does look like Tempo Storm is wanting to put some pressure here. But from that mid lane, we do have Azmodan just putting out a lot of poke damage. You can see Biceps just looking to go for the cap, and it does look like they are going to be looking to kind of hold this down. Now, Arthalon actually rotating over to the mid lane, going for that soak. We still do have this 4v3 situation going on for the top lane for C9 Maelstrom. It looks like a little bit of mana issues coming out from Cloud9 Maelstrom. You can actually see it looks like Tempo Storm has pushed off. Dreadnought actually might be able to get this, and it does look like the W coming out from Biceps is going to go ahead and stop that. So a lot of delay coming out. We are starting seeing the experience lead come out for Cloud9 Maelstrom. Does seem like Tempo Storm is going to be able to get this. iDream coming in the backside. He is going to be looking to disrupt that, but he is going to be taking a lot of damage, a little bit of a reinitiate, and that's going to be the first blood coming out from Cloud9 Maelstrom, as they are going to be looking to drop Vala there. So Arthalon just looking to go back to that bottom lane. So he is going to be looking to get a little bit more of XP, trying to get his team back in, but we did see the first blood go out for Cloud9 Maelstrom. So now Soldier just getting a little bit zoned out, so he's going to be having to get back inside the base. We're going to be seeing a little bit of bees come back for health and mana as well. So not much of an experience lead here but it definitely looks like they were able to put out a little bit of damage from Cloud9 Maelstrom. They were able to be a little bit more disruptive because they had that early 3v4 where they were able to kind of hold on to that. iDream was sitting in the mid lane. He was able to farm up. He's going to be able to get his stacks up as well. So he's going to be looking to be a bit of a force to be reckoned with as well. You don't see the experience lead spanning out too much, but they were able to deny that that capture of that tribute. They were able to grab that for themselves, C9 Maelstrom. You do see them looking to grab over on their bruiser camp. Now with the second tribute spawning, the 4-minute 37-second mark. See iDream getting a little bit caught out. This might be the first death for Cloud9 Maelstrom, but it does look like Dunk Train just rotating over to help him a little bit. We're going to be seeing these Knights pop very soon in that mid lane. We do see that mirrored from both teams now. Tribute just looking to spawn, and we are about a very, very close game here. Those 2 and 3 talents coming out now for both teams. You see double healing ward. You actually see a mule over on K1 Pro on Nazebo. So just putting a little bit of damage out here. It does seem like now Cloud9 Maelstrom was wanting to contest this a little bit harder. Now they're actually going to keep their 4-man here, and they are going to go ahead and pick that up. So at a little bit of a level disadvantage. They actually had Glarung in the mid lane from Tempo Storm, just looking to soak up a lot of that experience. He was able to clear out that mid bruisers as well. So we do see a little bit of an experience lead going over to Tempo Storm, but it's not going to be a lot. So we do want to revisit these talents. We have pretty standard build coming out from Uther with the cleanse. We do have a mule coming out from Nazebo. See a little bit of a different talent I'm not used to here. This is going to be the Q talent on Tyrande, and pretty typical build. It looks like a little bit of an increased deep shift on Tassadar. That's not a talent I'm actually familiar with in the high-level competitive play as well. Now we see the 3 members of Cloud9 Maelstrom actually rejoining in the top lane. They do want to put out a little bit of damage here, and it does look like the heroics are going to be coming out. Ancestral have a lightning breath on Diablo. Nothing selected yet for Arthalon. We do have the stage dive from Arthalon, the strafe, and the napalm strike. We're going to be getting a force wall from Tassadar. That's very interesting. Starfall from Tyrande, Blackpool from iDream, Ravenous Spirit, and a Divine Storm. So a couple of interesting picks there. We do see the 3rd tribute of the game coming out. Does look like Dunk Train getting a little bit of initiated on in the bottom lane. So he's going to be taking a little bit of damage there. But now members of C9 Maelstrom out-rotating the 1 member of KO from Tempo Storm. They do have a little bit of a setup here. If Biceps is able to get this done, they might be able to go all in here with a little bit of a follow-up. The Ravenous Spirit coming out, and it does look like a lot of damage coming out from Tempo Storm here. Looks like KO is just having to back up and put a little bit of damage here. It does look like actually C9 Maelstrom coming out on the butt end of that. They had 1 kill on their team, or 1 death on their team rather. It does look like Nazebo was taken out. We're going to be seeing the first tribute capture from Tempo Storm here, as it does look like they've made a call to go ahead and head over to their boss. So you can see Tempo Storm just 5-manning that boss, and it does look like C9 Maelstrom does have vision of that. They might be looking to kind of contest this. They're not all going to be dead for too long. It does look like the Nazebo is coming up, but they are blowing this up very fast. We see a little bit of lane push coming out from Cloud9 Maelstrom, as it does look like they're just going to back off and give up that boss. We'll let these 2 members of Tempo Storm go ahead and finish that up. The rest are going to be looking to grab some experience. We have Dunkstring rejoining himself, or regathering himself to that bottom lane, just trying to get the experience. Again, the lead is not going in either way very strongly. So we do see, again, the force wall coming out from Tassadar, and it was an amazing block that they had there. It actually looked like a really strong initiation for Cloud9 Maelstrom, but it seemed like the follow-up and the actual playthrough and the follow-through coming out from Cloud9, or from Tempo Storm rather, was very, very strong. So you see, it looks like this tri-lane is going to be going back in motion here. So it does look like we actually have a bit of an advantage going on. Glarung getting a little bit caught out. He is going to be taking a bit of damage. The force wall coming down, but it doesn't look like they're going to have that much follow-up. You see Soldier coming in the backside. Now it's going to be a 4v3 situation. The strafe coming out from Glarung. K1 Pro taking a lot of damage. He's going to get picked here. It's going to be 1 death. It does look like all 5 members of Tempo Storm going to be up in this top lane here. And we have the next tribute of the game spawning over on Cloud9 Maelstrom side. It does look like Tempo Storm is looking to force this boss. We got 2 members of Cloud9 Maelstrom just looking to rotate over. King Caffeine just trying to put in a little bit of damage as he can. We do not have that 13 talent coming out just yet, but this boss is getting absolutely shredded. iDream and Dunk Train in the bottom side. It does look like a little bit of damage coming out from iDream on the Asmodan. But it does look like they have to give up that boss, and they're going to be in an interesting spot. We have the 13 talents coming out. Healing Surge from Regar. Spell Shield coming out from Diablo. We have the movement speed coming out from ETC. Frost Shot, of course, the movement slow on Multi-Shot. And basic attack increase for Sergeant Hammer. Now 4 members pushing. It does look 2-2 tied up in tributes now. We do not have that 13 talent coming out just yet. Looking like 4 members topside, just trying to defend against this botch push. We do have the mule coming out as well, and iDream just left 1v4 situation trying to defend this. He is not potentially going to do so successfully. We have KO just really hard sieging right here. Does look like they are going to be able to drop this keep, or this fort rather. Wow, we do have that boss going down on that top side. Arthalon not able to stay very long. We do see the members of Cloud9 Maelstrom just looking to rotate over. We have a 1 level advantage now. This is the first time I think it's actually been about a solid level in this game. So we do have iDream just looking to scale up his Q. He's looking to get a little bit stronger. We have KO and other members of Tempo Storm looking to rotate down. They are going to be trying to force this advantage. Now they do have the lead. They were able to get a fort. They've you know, capitalized on stealing these bosses. They're not actually going to be looking for this second fort here. So we still have Arthalon just pushing out and doing a little bit of damage in this top side. Biceps just really wanting to keep this fort alive as much as they can. And it looks like the next tribute's going to be coming out. Looks like members of Tempo Storm are actually looking to grab some Merc camps there. We do have 2 members of Cloud9 Maelstrom in that bot lane. They might look to trade this out, just give up the curse and look to capitalize on a little bit of a split push. It does look like iDream and Dunk Train are going to be coming up. That tribute's actually up right now, and they're going to have to give this up. They don't have the members for Cloud9 Maelstrom to actually go in on this. It looks like Soldier just looking to catch out King Caffeine. He's not going to do so successfully. It looks like Biceps was a little bit caught out. The Sprint is actually going to be put on cooldown now. You see these 2 members of Cloud9 Maelstrom just pushed back over here, just trying to get this camp, just looking for any breath of life that they can spare. There's going to be this fort going down for Cloud9 Maelstrom. So again, about a 1 level advantage here for Tempo Storm. King Caffeine getting caught out a little bit again as well, taking a bit of damage, but Biceps just looking to put out a little bit of heals for him as well, just support him there. We do have 3 members of Tempo Storm just looking to push this top lane. K1 Pro and members of Cloud9 Maelstrom just looking to defend. We have the 16 talents coming out, and it looks like we might have a little bit of an engagement here. It does look like iDream is just looking to back them off. We still have 2 members of Tempo Storm pushing in this mid lane. We have the sieged up KO. Again, we do have these talents coming out, Blood for Blood, Hover, Siege mode, so we can see a little bit more mobility, as it does look like 5 members of Tempo Storm just looking to initiate on this wall. King Caffeine taking a lot of damage here. He's just playing a little bit more of a support Tassadar, try to keep himself alive, try to, you know, pinch them in these tight situations with this force wall. But it does look like the siege mode from Hammer is just going to be too much. iDream may be looking to initiate here, and it doesn't look like they have a very strong initiation comp here. You can see no melee warrior coming out for C9 Maelstrom. And they're just kind of pushed back now. This doesn't seem like the comp they want to be running. This doesn't seem like the position they want to be in with the comp that they're running. They needed to be in the lead. They are down a little bit over a level now, and it just looks like they're going to be pushing at their base. They're going to have a hard time. You can see Tempo Storm just looking to rotate over to their jungle now. So they are going to be looking to pick up this camp here. So now the Bruisers coming out from Tempo Storm. Really not a lot that Cloud9 Maelstrom can do. They're pushed back into their base. They have no control of the watchtower. They have no camps, no mercenaries that they can take, as it does look like the bosses are going to be coming out very shortly. We had 22 seconds left on, it looks like, the boss over on Tempo Storm's side, and they immediately rotated over and were able to take this. So 120 over on Cloud9 Maelstrom's boss. Let's see Cloud9 Maelstrom just looking to respond maybe to a little bit of potential push here. We are just kind of waiting for the next tribute to come out. We still do not have 16 talents. Go ahead and take a look at these for Tempo Storm. We have the Earth and Grasp Totem. It's going to be that 90% slow. We have the Firestorm coming out from Diablo, Imposing Presence, Blood for Blood coming out on Galarong, as well as we said the Hover Siege mode. So we do have a retake of this Watchtower coming out for Cloud9 Maelstrom, but again, really just not many objectives. The best thing they're going to be able to do here is just soak these lanes, try to get as much experience as possible. Again, guys, this is going to be brought to you by Sham2 and the Titan Arena, sponsored by MLG, so thank you for that, guys. Happy to have that, and it does look like Tempo Storm is able to pick up their boss a second time. You can see it looks like members of Tempo Storm just wanting to go get that top siege, and you see Cloud9 Maelstrom just kind of sitting in this mid lane, maybe responding over to the boss. They really don't have much they can do with a tribute coming out. They might just have to give this up, and it looks like the biggest objective that's going to be coming up in the near future is going to be the boss on Cloud9 Maelstrom's side. They're not going to want to give that up, and you already see Tempo Storm just looking to position for it. There's 10 seconds left on that spawn. They're not going to be able to get this boss killed down, so they're going to have to defend this bottom keep to this boss, which is the side from Tempo Storm, and we know that Tempo Storm is able to get this boss. So we see a repeating trend here. They are going to be looking just to burn this boss, and we see Arthalon just looking to go down, pick up this tribute here. They're going to be getting themselves in there, and he does have that stage dive up. So we see iDream, and it looks like members of Cloud9 Maelstrom just looking to Zerg over in there. That boss is going to actually get capped from Tempo Storm. We may not see an engagement here, but Arthalon just looking to take that bottom watchtower. Again, he does still have that stage dive. King Caffeine putting out a force wall. not much he's going to be able to do here. There's not much follow-up. Looks like Soldier was just looking to queue over to that camp just in case. They are going to be looking to take out these bruisers. We might see an engagement here. We do see Arthelon still on that bottom side looking to take those giants. Looks like they want to engage, but again, not much follow-up they're going to be able to push out. Soldier looking to catch out King Caffeine one more time. Soldier taking a little bit of damage here, but we do see KO just pushing forward in that siege mode, that hover siege mode. Now the boss pushing top side. iDream is just looking to defend this as much as he can. They do have the same talents here now, so this would be the best decision for, and the best position for iDream and his squad of Cloud9 Maelstrom to just push forward. The boss looking to fall. We do have a mule and shield coming out from Tassadar on this, as well as the Ziva with the mule. See Arthelon taking that siege and just really looking to push down some pressure. He's looking to utilize the full extent of this split push from ETC here. He does still have the stage dive up. You can see the hover mode coming out from Hammer in this mid lane. We do have a tribute spawning here. It's not going to be used to great extent by either team just yet. We do see Cloud9 Maelstrom very struggling to get themselves back in this game. 18-17, about to take over to 19 for Tempo Storm. Have iDream back in the well, taking a little bit of heal and mana break. So we are just looking to see a little bit of damage coming out. Lots of damage coming out from KO. Biceps looking for a potential initiation. He's not going to be able to go in there. We still just see Arthelon just dancing around, doing what he does best. You know, full utilization of the potential initiation that he has from stage dive. He's really not looking to just run into a situation that's, you know, unfavorable for them. So they're able to get full experience, full push out of all of the ETC. We still have that front line of Soldier on Diablo. We don't have to worry about him. He's very tanky on his own. Still on the same talents here. Nothing to look at here. We have the Mule and Shield still coming out from King Caffeine and K1 Pro. And they're just still continuing the split push. There's nothing to lose from Tempo Storm here. It's all backs against the wall for Cloud9 Maelstrom. We haven't had much of hard initiation team fights. We've had about two hard fights here. It does look like, again, another 2-2 tribute set up here. We see Tempo Storm just looking to push back and go for that. It will be another curse, and they are going to be looking to take hard advantage of this. Now we see Cloud9 Maelstrom at a 5-man squad. They have to contest this. They know this is going to be the one scenario where they can maybe come out on top. Arthelon still in that bot lane. Biceps and his crew just looking to initiate. We do have KO hover siege mode. So they are going to be all spotted in vision here. So they're looking to push forward. Soldier looking to initiate onto Dunk Train. Dunk Train taking a little bit of damage, but not much. Glion completely caught out here. The stage dive coming in from Arthelon. Dunk Train taking a bit of damage. Biceps coming in with a 3-man Divine Storm. We see the K1 Pro ultimate, the Ravenous Spirit, just coming out. Arthelon just looking to zone back. As K1 Pro is going to get a full ultimate and zone off of that. KO, not much damage coming out from either team, but now it looks like King Caffeine is getting caught out. Tassadar is going to be the first one to drop. It's going to be a 5v4 situation. We do see the strafe coming out from Glaring as iDream is going to be taken out as well. So now it's a 5v3 in favor of Tempo Storm. So we are just seeing both teams start to back up here. Dunk Train potentially going to be getting caught out. Yes, he is. He's going to be stunned, flipped, slowed, and taken out, eliminated. 5v2, Tempo Storm looking to show their dominance here. They are going to be hitting that level 20 talent. They are going to be able to get this keep down. The curse is out, 20-18. We're going to take a look at these talents. 2 Bolts of the Storm, Hellstorm. And it does look like they might potentially look to finish this game. Arthelon with the Bolt of the Storm coming out, pushing out K1 Pro. Lots of damage coming out from KO there. The Bicep's going to be the last one alive, and it does look like Tempo Storm just absolutely dominating in this game. It does look like they're pushing that core. They are going to be looking to finish here. You see the Fire Breath coming out from Soldier. Biceps just on the last-ditch effort to stop KO, and all push all the time. It looks like Tempo Storm's going to be taking this game here. Alright guys, that's going to be the match. Tempo Storm, the first Ancestral Spirit I've been able to spot this game. King Caffeine, a desperate attempt to finish the game, and he is not going to be able to do so. So Tempo Storm taking this game. And again guys, this is going to be the file that I just saw. I just now realized I don't think this was the final game. This is just going to be a test cast from me, myself, Crashy here. Hopefully you guys enjoying the game. Shamtu, I appreciate it, brother. Thank you so much for putting this tournament on. Again, thanks to Titan Arena, sponsored by MLG. And again, sorry for the misinformation. Just doing the best with what I got. I opened the file, I looked at the bottom, and I just realized this isn't going to be the last game. So this is one of the games played in the grand finals between Tempo Storm and Cloud9 Maelstrom. Hopefully you enjoyed the game, guys. Maybe I'll be seeing you guys again. Until next time, take it easy. This has been Crashy. Be sure to like and favorite if you could. Drop me a subscribe here on YouTube if you like, and follow me on Twitch and Twitter as well. All right, guys, take it easy, and maybe I can catch you next time for a nice Heroes of the Storm casting.